Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a reaction video. I don't really know what I'm going to say in this video. I don't know what my thoughts are prior because I have not seen the video that I am going to react to, which is why it's called a reaction. Yeah, anyways, so I am going to be reacting and commenting on the video that Trisha Paytas uploaded called Why I'm Scared of Jeffree and Hair by Jay. And the reason why I decided that I wanted to make a video about this is because I saw some tweets on Twitter that were really defending Trisha, which usually I don't see a lot of tweets where she makes videos like this and she makes crazy claims in the title where people watch it and are like, okay, yeah, I kind of agree with Trisha. And so I was intrigued and decided that I wanted to make a video kind of just giving you my opinion. I know that a lot of people say that Trisha Paytas is a troll and things of that nature. And I understand why people would maybe not want, commentary channels to make videos on her. But at the same time, I saw some of the claims that were being made and I thought that they were very serious, and maybe this is Trisha being serious. I know that it's kind of hard to tell when she's being genuine and when she's not being genuine, but because of the claims that I saw on Twitter and just everything that people were saying about this video, I do feel like it might be genuine. But if I don't feel like it's genuine, I'll let you know in this video. But you can also decide for yourself and watch the video for yourself if you haven't already. So before I do get into this video and before I do react, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the post notifications so that you're notified of the next time that I post a video. And please do follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description below. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the video. All right, so I am about 4 minutes into the video. It's a 22-minute long video, so it's not super long, but it's not super short either. So I'm about like a fifth of the way through it, or maybe a sixth, depending on how you want to round. Anyways, so basically Trisha, she was recording a YouTube video of this guy Hair by Jay, his live stream that he did talking about Trisha, which was, I believe the video was uploaded, it says January 5th, so it was like a week and a half ago. And I'm not really sure what the drama between them actually is, but from what I can gather just from context clues is that basically Trisha kind of talked about her experience with this guy and with Jeffree, I believe. And he's saying that she should have been more grateful that Jeffree flew her out to Vegas to see Mariah Carey, and that she was complaining the entire time. And then this guy goes into just completely ranting and raving about how Trisha looks and her physical appearance, talking about her skin and her weight and things of that nature. And as Trisha she's literally like recording her laptop when she's during this part, so you can hear her in the background crying while he starts to just go in on her and insult her, and he's very, very angry. And I'm pretty sure it's because Trisha said something and it kind of triggered him to make kind of a response live, and he just went in on her. And so this is kind of where I have, it's so hard to support Trisha because you're never sure if she's serious when she does these things, when she goes on camera and starts to cry about people talking about her. What I can say is that this guy Hair by Jay was absolutely wrong in the way that he came at her. It was disgusting. Throwing low blows like that when you're mad at someone over a situation that doesn't even seem that serious is really disgusting, and I don't have any respect for someone like that. It doesn't make him look good at all in any way, shape, or form. It's not helping his cause. It's not helping his argument. It's not helping him look like the right person in the situation, because he is willing to stoop so low as to talk about her weight and her skin as if that has anything to do with the situation. And it just makes him look very ignorant and invalidates anything else that he was saying in the video. Also, to me, honestly, what invalidates him is the fact that he's supporting Jeffree Star. I have to question everyone who's friends with Jeffree Star, and why are you so bent on supporting someone who is, you know, what Jeffree is, which is the bottom of the barrel. So just it's hard to know how much this really does affect Trisha, because it's hard to know if she's ever being serious. But I'm going to try to assume that she's being serious in the fact that she's very hurt by this. And she's not like acting hurt to gain sympathy and to gain leverage in this whole drama. But then again, that could be a possibility knowing what we know about Trisha Paytas. But what I will say is that the things that Hair by Jay said were offensive, regardless of who he said it to, and they were disgusting. All right, so I'm about 6 minutes into the video now. Trisha stopped the recording of Hair by Jay's live and just started talking about the fact that what he was saying is very triggering for her. You know, it's bringing back memories. Apparently, this whole trip was a year ago, and she said that she was basically staying quiet about everything that happened because of the drama that happened with Jeffree. And she said that basically Jeffree and his little posse have been making fun of her suicide attempts. Which, by the way, if you make fun of anyone doing that to themselves, regardless of who it is, you're like literally bottom of the barrel. But then again, like, we knew that. Like, is anyone surprised about these things that Jeffree Star and his friend Hair by Jay literally like made fun of it in the live? Like, there's actual video evidence of him making fun of it. So I can't say that Jeffree hasn't, because if his friend is so willing to make fun of this, clearly he is. You know, birds of a feather flock together. So I don't put it past him. But it's just like, dude, I mean, how many times have we said this about Jeffree Star? How many times are we going to see situations like this about him behind the scenes until people get it? And then she talked about how, like, they wouldn't give her back a camera, and she kind of just like spewed a lot of things. But if you like dissect this whole situation and you go back and like you really try to think about like what she's actually saying, which I don't really have time to do all that, because I feel like there's just a lot of drama that I did not know about until now, and I don't really want to go back and dissect it. It's just a lot. But if you look back on it consistently, this is consistent behavior from Jeffree Star. Consistent behavior. And even though Trisha Paytas, I have a lot of issues with this woman, at the end of the day, Jeffree Star and his team still feel like wrong. And I mean, I'm only 6 minutes in, and I do feel like Trisha's being a little manipulative, if I'm being honest, which I'll get into later in the video, or I might get into it now. Do you feel like she's really crying? I know that this sounds really bad to say, but somebody's got to say it. Sometimes I feel like Trisha Paytas knows that as soon as someone does something wrong to her, which a lot of people have done wrong things to her, she goes overboard and extra with how she feels about it. And while I was watching her, I don't know if she's really crying. Now, I could be completely wrong, and I will happily correct myself later in this reaction video if I do feel like I am wrong. But I don't know. It just, I was like looking at her face, like, where are these tears? And there weren't really any coming out. But at the same time, Jeffree is still wrong. So I feel like Trisha is using this situation and kind of milking it because it'll only help her. She'll only look better from the situation. So I'm now 11 minutes in, and I'm going to stand by the fact that I think that Trisha's forcing tears. But I don't think that she's necessarily lying about the fact that she is scared of Jeffree and Hair by Jay. She started to then go into like why she's actually scared of Jeffree and Hair by Jay, and it was for a few different reasons. She said that she didn't want to go against them because she was scared of being canceled, which I don't know how Trisha Paytas is scared of being canceled. This girl will outlive roaches after an atomic bomb. Like she's here to stay. Like no one's gonna cancel her. She's always going to find a way to be in the public eye. Even though I think that in this situation, she has been wronged, in my personal opinion, just from what I've seen and what Hair by Jay is saying from his own mouth on his own live. I'm completely on Trisha's side, but I still feel like she's being manipulative with, in my opinion, forced tears. But at the same time, when she goes into like being scared of the fact that Jeffree is friends with all of these people that she's friends with, and she didn't really want to go against him because she didn't want to go against all of those people that she's friends with, like Shane, which, why are you friends with Shane? Well, you know, they're all people. And then she also said that Hair by Jay is one of those people to go and fight somebody. And she was legit scared because she was living alone at the time that all of this drama went down. And she didn't want him to like come up to her house and try to fight her. And she said that he's claimed like, I will beat you up and things like that, which, seeing the way that this man talks, I would not be surprised. I don't necessarily think I heard him say that in this live, but then again, I'm only 11 minutes in and he might say it later. But I think that Trisha has legitimate reasons to be anxious about the situation, because this Hair by Jay guy, he seems, in my opinion, he seems kind of ghetto. He seems kind of hood. He seems like one of those people that's classless, and to do something like that and to hit a woman like that. And also he doxed her. Literally doxed her, put a company name out there that she doesn't have on the internet. And so now she's getting hacked and things like that because he doxed her. Yeah, I mean, even though I think that Trisha's kind of milking the situation, at the end of the day, she's still completely right to be anxious and to be scared of these people. So I continue to stand by the fact that I think that Trisha is fake crying. But the things that this guy is saying are wow. Like, he said that by the time that he's done with her, she would look like she has Annie, if you know what that means, if you get what I'm saying. Wow. Like, this dude is gross. And you know, Trisha just talks about how Jeffree, basically what he does to manipulate people and to manipulate situations and to keep friends who are fake friends, in my opinion. And I think that we continuously see this as more and more people continuously come out against Jeffree, is he will buy you stuff to kind of like buy your silence and also buy your friendship and buy your loyalty. Clearly he's bought this guy Hair by Jay. Clearly. At some point, I promise you, Hair by Jay will also come out against Jeffree and say, Jeffree did this, Jeffree did that. I have audio recordings of Jeffree saying the N-word, because things fall out between them. It's constant. And what I can't sit up here and be like, oh, I feel so bad for Trisha, because why are you friends with someone like Jeffree Star? You know about him. A year ago, it was known what type of dude he was. But yet, now you want to denounce him when he's done you wrong. But of course, we can't expect much from Trisha Paytas. But still, just in general, I guess this is like a life lesson. If you see that someone treats other people a certain way, what makes you any different? Why are you continuously coming around someone like this? I'm glad that at some point she saw the light, and it's strange that Trisha Paytas even seems right against you. Like, at that point, like, you have serious issues. If Trisha Paytas, in an argument between you and Trisha Paytas looks like the good person, looks like the victim. That's like insane. But if you continuously see someone mistreat other people, what makes you think that you're any different? I mean, come on. And this Hair by Jay guy, like, goodness, that's the company that Jeffree Star keeps around him. And he, like, what? I promise you that the friendship between Hair by Jay and Jeffree Star is going to go up in flames. And when it does, he better go running back to all of those people that he's threatening, because Trisha Paytas probably isn't the only person that he's threatened behind Jeffree Star, because he has threatened her. He did it on live. What I heard was a threat, in my personal opinion. So Trisha isn't lying about the things that he's saying. He's going to have to run back to all of those people to try to salvage the little career that he has. That's sad. This whole situation is so ridiculous. So I finished the video, and there was a part where Trisha had cut to like a different scene of her talking, and I feel like that scene was the most genuine scene of the entire video. I feel like she was still speaking kind of fast and kind of rambling at some points, but it seemed like she had her thoughts more together. She was more put together, and I feel like her reaction and things that she was saying and just how she was behaving was more natural for her than I feel like the rest of the video was. Overall, honestly, this is how I feel about the situation. Jeffree Star is clearly a mean girl. We've known this from day one. I don't know why anyone is pretending as if this is somehow new information. I sat here and I was like, okay, I'm not surprised at all. Never met the guy. Don't put any of this past him. And it's clear that this is how he is. So, and this was not new information. What I do find interesting is the fact that Jeffree is not afraid of this kind of stuff leaking, because he has to know that if you do this and you do this to Trisha Paytas, she's clearly going to make a video. Like this is clearly going to happen at some point. So I don't know why he continuously does this when he knows that people are just going to make a video on him, that people are going to expose him time and time again, unless he just doesn't care and he thinks that he's above everything. He's above being canceled. Which, I mean, people have not canceled him, so he's not necessarily wrong. Jeffree definitely does strike me as someone who would make fun of someone else for not buying a house in Hollywood. Like, dude, mind your own bag, like mind your own business and worry about your own bag and don't worry about other people's. But, Jeffree Star is extremely rich for literally no reason, so there's that. But all of the things that Trisha was saying, I don't think that she lied really once in this video. Even when she started talking about her reaction to all of this information and the fact that she's anxious about this, I mean, if I were in a situation with Jeffree Star where all of this kind of stuff was happening, where Hair by Jay was making lives about me and saying the exact same thing that he said about Trisha, I'd be kind of scared too. And mind you, remember, Tati said that she went to Oregon, or I believe she kind of mentioned it briefly, but she said that she moved because she was scared of people. So people have said they're scared of Jeffree, and not everyone can be lying. If you keep hearing the same stuff, it has to be true, regardless of who it comes from. Even though I think that I think that the difference between Trisha Paytas and Jeffree Star, even though in my opinion they're both bottom of the barrel, Trisha Paytas is intentionally a troll. Jeffree Star is intentionally a racist, he's a hateful person. I don't necessarily believe that Trisha Paytas is actually a hateful person. I think that she craves attention so much that she does the most outlandish things, and she doesn't care about the fact that it hurts other people. So I think that Trisha really thinks about herself in all of these situations, and she is a troll, while Jeffree literally just hates people. Jeffree, in my opinion, he comes across as one of those people that is absolutely 100% hateful. So I would tend to believe Trisha in these situations, because this situation, she doesn't have to lie, she doesn't have to troll to get the attention that she wants. Does she have to maybe put on a few fake tears? I believe so, because I don't believe that all of those tears were real. I feel like some of them were forced. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel. It just felt forced. But she has good points. She's making good points. And I wouldn't be surprised if she is really anxious about the threats that come from Jeffree's little posse, his little clique. So overall, I think that Jeffree Star is a dangerous person, because multiple people have made these claims where they're saying they're literally scared of this person. And I mean, Tati, I'm pretty sure she like moved because of it. So I don't put any of these claims past him. His hairstylist, who doxes people for funsies, who puts people's numbers and their business stuff out there. I mean, you have these types of people around you. You look dangerous. You do. I wouldn't put it past him to go to someone's house and try to fight them. I wouldn't put it past his hairstylist. And Jeffree Star pulls the strings. And I think that Ryland is disgusting for having Jeffree on his podcast. Gross. Did not know that was even a thing. And somehow Shane Dawson is always in this type of stuff. Somehow Shane Dawson is always kind of just there and letting this type of stuff happen. But y'all love him. Y'all love him to pieces. Y'all love him to death. This is all just reconfirming everything that we knew about Jeffree Star. But now it's like no one is safe. And it's just really dumb to me that Jeffree would cross another huge influencer. But at the same time, I think that he might actually feel better about crossing Trisha Paytas, because not many people would believe her. But I think as time goes on and he crosses more bigger influencers, I feel like at some point Shane and Jeffree are going to have a falling out. And when that happens, it's going to end in fireworks. And I think that is what I'm waiting to see, is for him to cross someone who's on his level in a way, good or bad. This video, it just confirms what we already knew. But I do think that the information that Jeffree Star is dangerous and makes people scared is newer information that I think that people should also watch out for, along with all of the other information that we already knew. So that is it for this video. Please enjoy this obligatory picture of the Biebers as I close out. But those are my thoughts about this Why I'm Scared of Jeffree and Hair by Jay video that Trisha Paytas uploaded. That's just my reaction. Those are just my initial thoughts about the video. I feel bad for Trisha in this situation. I do feel like she's milking it, but I also do feel bad because no one should, feel scared of, getting bodily harm from someone, especially a woman feeling scared of getting fought by a man. Like, that's just disgusting. Like, if you're a man and you're gonna threaten harm to a woman, like, you're gross. Absolutely 100% gross. So I do feel bad for Trisha in this situation. And also, her being doxxed was not okay whatsoever. Doxing people is never the answer. That's never okay. And I just don't have any respect for people like that. So I think that Jeffree Star continues to prove my point about who he is. And that's really that on that. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of the situation. Whose side do you take? Why not? All of that, please leave that in the comment section down below. Please do subscribe to my channel, turn on the post notifications so that you're notified of the next time that I post a video, and please do follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description below. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!